Hi, welcome to Hearn Family Homestead. I'm Amanda. Today I wanted to do a video to show you how I make FPJ, or fermented plant juice. We currently live on a 1/4 acre in town, so we're limited on the amount of compost and animal inputs that we can produce for our organic garden. So what FPJ is it is a fermented plant juice made from the leaves and stems of what we call dynamic accumulators. Ideally, you want to harvest them in the pre-dawn hours. That's when the mineral content is the highest. And then we're going to extract the juice from these and bottle it and use it as an input in our garden. You can water the roots with it, you can spray it on the leaves. So what a dynamic accumulator is it's a plant that has really long tap roots, and it's able to pull minerals from deep within the soil up into the leaves and stems. So I've harvested this curly dock, and we're going to chop it all up, and we will mix it equal parts by weight with an organic sugar, and that will pull the juices out of it. So I'll show you how I do that. So now that I have my curly dock chopped really fine, what I'm going to do is I'm going to weigh this. And it looks like exactly 200 grams. So now I will re-zero my scale and then weigh out 200 grams of sugar. And I like to use an organic sugar. Raw organic is what I use. But you can use brown sugar too if that is what you have. Alright, so we've got our 200 grams of sugar. I'm going to grab a bowl and we'll mix the two together. So I've got my curly dock and my sugar mixed together, and I'm just going to really squeeze and get those juices flowing so that it will extract faster, and then we'll get these in a jar. Alright, so I have a wide mouth jar here, and I'm just going to load all of that into the jar. The jar that you use is dependent on how much you're making, but you don't want it to be any less than 2/3 full as a general rule. Now some people leave it like this and just put like a coffee filter on top. I've tried that before and mine got mold in it. So what I'm going to do next is just push it down as best I can and really pack it in there. And then we're going to do what's called a sugar cap, which is just like it sounds. We're just going to cap the top with sugar. There we go, just like that. And then I will go ahead and put a coffee filter on the top. We've got our sugar cap to keep it from any bacteria getting in it and molding. And then we're going to let this set for 5 to 10 days so it can just pull all those juices out, and along with the juices is going to come the minerals and the hormones, and then you can mix that with water in your sprayer and spray it on your plants. The ratio is 1 to 1,000, so if you have a 2-gallon sprayer, then you'll want about 1.5 teaspoons of the fermented plant juice. And this will keep on your shelf. It's shelf stable because of the sugar. That does make it attractive to insects, so when you spray it foliar on your plants, you might get some insects. So you can combat that by mixing 1.5 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar into that same mixture, and that will help it not be so sticky and attractive to insects. You'll know it's done when the level of the juice is almost as high as the level of the plant material, and then the sugar cap will get kind of hard and crusty on top as it soaks up that juice. The other thing that I use on my garden for natural fertilizer is comfrey tea. Comfrey's nice because it's one of those dynamic accumulators. It's got the long tap root, so it brings up the minerals from the earth. And comfrey, you can chop the whole plant back and it will regrow within just a few months. So I do this several times a season. I will chop all the leaves off, put them in a 5-gallon bucket, and put as many leaves as I can in there, and then fill the bucket the rest of the way with water. And then I'll put a lid on it and let it get good and stinky, and it does smell really bad. So keep it away from your front door. Keep it out in the corner of the garden or somewhere where it's not going to bother anyone. And then once it gets good and smelly, you water your plants with that, and it adds a lot of good fertilizer and minerals to your soil and really gives your plants a good boost. I've been doing this for a while, and I've really noticed a difference in that as well. Thank you guys for joining me today, and like and subscribe if you'd like to see more of our videos, and we will catch you on the next video.